Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. 4 ways Solo Sikoa can acknowledge Roman Reigns tonight on WWE SmackDown. Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns battled in a tribal combat match with a lot on the line this past Monday night on WWE Raw. It was the Red Brand's debut episode on Netflix, and the show aired live from the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California. Last Friday night on WWE SmackDown, Sikoa interrupted Paul Heyman and noted that the Hall of Famer would be his Wiseman forever if he won the match. However, if he lost, he would officially acknowledge Reigns as his tribal chief. Reigns picked up the pinfall victory over Sikoa in the tribal combat match on Raw. Solo Sikoa failed to defeat Roman Reigns in the tribal combat match this past Monday night on Raw, and now must remain true to his word on SmackDown. The veteran could cut a promo during tonight's show in Oregon and make a major admission. Sikoa could decide to admit that he is no longer the tribal chief of the new version of the Bloodline, and the group does not need a leader anymore. This may lead to tension with Jacob Fatu, who has idolized Sikoa since arriving in the company last year. Paul Heyman refused to acknowledge Solo Sikoa as his tribal chief on the June 28, 2024 edition of SmackDown. As a result of his insubordination, Sikoa ordered the new version of the Bloodline to powerbomb the legend through the announce table. Sikoa threatened to make Heyman his Wiseman forever if he won the tribal combat match, but he failed to do so. The 31-year-old may attempt to apologize to Heyman for his actions tonight as a way to send an olive branch to Roman Reigns after being defeated by him on WWE Raw. Solo Sikoa named himself the new tribal chief after Roman Reigns lost the undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania XL. He kicked Jimmy Uso and Paul Heyman out of the faction to make room for Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. Sikoa also added Bronson Reed to his faction ahead of the Men's War Games match against the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series 2024. Reed suffered a significant injury during the match last November, and Reigns pinned Sikoa to earn the victory for his faction. The veteran could inform the new version of the Bloodline that he failed them as their leader tonight on SmackDown, and announced that he is disbanding the faction. Sikoa may also give his stablemates the option of joining Roman Reigns to serve under the true tribal chief. Roman Reigns has proven over the past few months that he is the only tribal chief on WWE SmackDown. Solo Sikoa had the opportunity to take his place, but failed to win the tribal combat match this past Monday night on WWE Raw's debut episode on Netflix. Sikoa may decide to come to the ring tonight and acknowledge Reigns as his tribal chief. The former North American champion may also ask if he could become a member of Reigns' faction and promise to serve as his enforcer once again. The ongoing saga of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline has been one of WWE's most captivating storylines. At the center of this family drama is Solo Sikoa, the enforcer of the Bloodline and a rising star with immense potential. As tensions rise and allegiances are tested, fans are eager to see how Solo Sikoa will acknowledge his cousin, Roman Reigns, on WWE SmackDown. Here are 4 potential ways this acknowledgement could unfold, each with its own implications for the future of the Bloodline and of WWE as a whole. One of the most straightforward ways Solo Sikoa could acknowledge Roman Reigns is through a public display of loyalty. In the opening segment of SmackDown, Sikoa could join Reigns in the ring, microphone in hand, to deliver a powerful promo. This speech would reaffirm his commitment to the Bloodline and to Roman's leadership, dismissing any doubts about his allegiance. Sikoa's promo could highlight the importance of family and the legacy they are building together. By acknowledging Roman as the tribal chief, Solo would solidify his role as a dedicated member of the Bloodline, ensuring that there is no room for betrayal or dissent. This act would not only strengthen the faction's unity, but also serve as a warning to anyone who might think of challenging their dominance. A public display of loyalty would also provide an opportunity for Reigns to bestow further responsibilities on Sikoa, perhaps positioning him as a future leader within the group. This acknowledgement could be the catalyst for Sikoa's rise in the ranks, paving the way for him to take on more prominent roles in upcoming storylines. Another way Solo Sikoa could acknowledge Roman Reigns is by interfering in a crucial match on SmackDown, demonstrating his willingness to go to any lengths to protect the Bloodline's interests. Whether it's saving Reigns from an unexpected ambush or ensuring a victory for one of their allies, Sikoa's actions would speak louder than words. Imagine a scenario where Reigns is scheduled to face a formidable opponent, and the match is on the verge of slipping out of his control. In a dramatic turn, Sikoa rushes to the ring, delivering a devastating Samoan spike to the challenger and securing the win for Reigns. This act of loyalty would not only reinforce his commitment, but also showcase his prowess as a dominant enforcer. Interference in a key match would serve multiple purposes. It would reaffirm the unity within the Bloodline, showcase Sikoa's capabilities, and remind the WWE Universe that the Bloodline operates as a cohesive unit, always looking out for one another. This kind of acknowledgement would further establish Sikoa as an indispensable member of the faction, willing to do whatever it takes to ensure their continued success. A more symbolic way for Solo Sikoa to acknowledge Roman Reigns could involve a ceremonial tribute, reflecting the deep respect and reverence he holds for the tribal chief. This could take the form of a Samoan cultural ceremony, paying homage to their shared heritage and the bond that ties the Bloodline together. In this scenario, Sikoa could present Reigns with a traditional Samoan artifact, such as a necklace or headdress, symbolizing his allegiance and respect. The segment could be enriched with a traditional Samoan chant or dance, emphasizing the cultural significance of their connection. This acknowledgement would add depth to the Bloodline storyline, highlighting the importance of their heritage and the values that drive them. A ceremonial tribute would be a powerful visual and emotional moment on SmackDown, providing a unique and respectful way for Sikoa to acknowledge Reigns. It would also resonate with fans, offering a glimpse into the rich cultural background of the Inoue family and reinforcing the authenticity of the Bloodline's narrative. In a surprising twist, Solo Sikoa could acknowledge Roman Reigns by challenging him in a strategic and respectful manner, aimed at testing his own limits and proving his worth within the Bloodline. This approach would be less about defiance and more about growth, as Sikoa seeks to elevate his status by demonstrating that he is a worthy competitor even against the tribal chief. This acknowledgement could play out in a controlled environment, such as a non-title exhibition match or a physical challenge, where Sikoa pushes Reigns to his limits. The match would be characterized by mutual respect, with Reigns ultimately emerging victorious, but acknowledging Sikoa's strength and potential. This kind of acknowledgement would be a powerful testament to Sikoa's ambition and drive, qualities that Reigns himself values in his allies. A strategic challenge would add a new layer to the Bloodline's dynamic, showcasing the internal respect and competitiveness that drive them to be the best. It would also position Sikoa as a future contender, someone who is willing to earn his place through hard work and determination. This acknowledgement could set the stage for a future storyline where Sikoa becomes a more prominent figure within the WWE landscape, eventually challenging for titles and carving out his own legacy. Solo Sikoa's acknowledgement of Roman Reigns on WWE SmackDown could take many forms, each with its own narrative significance and impact on the Bloodline storyline. Whether through a public display of loyalty, interference in a key match, a ceremonial tribute, or a strategic challenge, Sikoa's actions will undoubtedly shape his future within WWE. As the Bloodline continues to dominate the SmackDown roster, the dynamics between its members will be crucial in maintaining their supremacy. Solo Sikoa's acknowledgement of Reigns is a pivotal moment, one that will either reinforce their unity or set the stage for future conflicts and rivalries. The WWE Universe eagerly awaits the next chapter in this compelling saga, and whatever form Sikoa's acknowledgement takes, it promises to be a moment that fans will remember for years to come.